Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Phillies Play-by-Play with your boy, JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. My name, of course, is Jason Joseph. The Phillies are playing in what is now game number 152 on the season. All right, they had an opportunity to try to clinch a playoff berth yesterday, but can they do it tonight? They ended up losing last night's game to the Milwaukee Brewers, and we'll dive into that in just a little bit, but I want to hear what your thoughts are on that down below. Before we dive into things, just a little bit of some housekeeping stuff. If you are new to the channel, we go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. We try not to miss a lot of games, and we try to keep up with all the Philly sports. That's what we try to do on here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. We do Phillies play-by-plays on here almost every single day. All right, so the Phillies are taking on the New York Mets, and, well, they ended up losing the series to the Milwaukee Brewers. They were tied 1-1 heading into last night, and Aaron Nola pitched really, really well, and the offense just did not keep up their end of the bargain and only put up one run. That's it. It was a solo homer by Alec Bohm that came early on in the game, top of the second to be exact, and they just could not get enough offense out there. And the question tonight is, how will the offense do? Can the bats give Taijuan Walker run support out there? That's a very big question, and we'll get into Taijuan Walker in just a little bit. But is the offense going to be able to do enough for the Phillies tonight? That is the question. All right, so let's get into the starting lineup for the Phillies. So the Phillies will have Kyle Schwarber leading things off. Then it'll be Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm, Nick Castellanos, Bryson Stott, JT Realmuto, Brandon Marsh, and Cal Stevenson, all in the lineup tonight for the Philadelphia Phillies, who are taking on the New York Mets. The Phillies did just play the Mets last weekend for a 3-game set back at Citizens Bank Park. But this weekend they traveled across I-95, and they are at Citi Field taking on those New York Mets down in Queens. So here's Luis Severino, who's going to be taking the hill for the Mets. He's gone 29 starts so far this season, has a 10-6 record as well, and also has... I was just going to mention, too, that his ERA has been pretty sharp overall. But the Phillies are really going to have to do a really good job against him tonight if they want to be able to capitalize off of Luis Severino. Now, they did do enough in the last game. They did end up getting two, and Bryce Harper got to him twice. Severino pitched 6 innings, allowed 3 earned runs. 2 of them were homers, too, obviously Bryce Harper. And he had 5 strikeouts as well and 1 walk allowed. Overall this season, though, his ERA is at a 3.77. It started off really shaky in the month of April, and even during the month of May, he really was not doing so good on the bump. But ever since really late August, his ERA heading into August was at a 4.06, and it's gone all the way down to a 3.7, which is really awesome. All right, so here we go. We're underway. First pitch by Severino, and it's up high and outside for ball 1 to Kyle Schwarber. All right, so Schwarber will be leading things off for the Phils. Sevy kicks and fires in the 1-0 pitch, and that's fouled back over towards the screen. Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, have the red helmets on with the white Phillies logo, just a P on the top of the helmet. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball that just whizzed by Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber also wearing his red long-sleeve undershirt underneath the gray jersey. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the windup and the pitch up high again for ball 2. Mets, on the other hand, well, they're in their black tops and white bottoms. On the tops, they have Mets painted across the chest, outlined in orange and colored in blue. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Kyle Schwarber strikes out, and there's 1 gone already in the top of the first. It was a 2-2 count, and Schwarber just could not catch up to the fastball. He was just a little bit late, and his timing looked a little bit off. So there's already one gone already. Here's Trey Turner batting .299 with 18 home runs on the season as well, and he takes a slider that's in there for strike one that catches 86 on the gun. Crew chief for tonight, it'll be Adam Hamari calling the balls and the strikes. Edwin Moscaso is over at first base as the next pitch is swung on and missed. Vic Carapaz's the second base umpire, and Paul Clemens is the third base umpire. The ball's 2 strikes, and the windup in the pitch, low and away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. The weather, well, it's 78 degrees and it's clear. Pretty cloudy outside, and the next pitch, swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts by Luis Severino. So 2 up, 2 down already. And the Phillies, who struck out 16 times in both last night's game and the night before that, well, it seems like that they're sort of on par for that so far to replicate that. Just can't be chasing after pitches. That's what Schwarber and Turner have done. Let's see if Bryce Harper can step up. He had 2 homers in the last game against Luis Severino. And the first pitch he sees is a fastball that swung on and missed at 97. Well, just a little bit above the zone. Lots of Mets fans out tonight at Citi Field, cheering on those New York Mets. The 0-1. That is high and away for ball 1. Over his last 6 starts, Severino has a 3-0 record. Opponents are batting .223 against him, and he has a 2.30 ERA. The pitch, 2 balls, 1 strike. Sevy gets at the letters, kicks and delivers, and there's a foul ball. That's going to make the count now 2-2. So bottom line, if the Phillies win tonight, they get into the playoffs. And then, if that happens, if they win tomorrow night as well, then they take the NL East division title for the first time since 2011. Next pitch, and that's just taken outside for ball 3. Good eye by Bryce. Three balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. Harper is second on the team in walks and 13th in all of baseball. 3-2 pitch, and that's taken up high for ball 4. So there is walk number 72 on the season for Bryce Harper. And, well, the Phillies have their first base runner of the ball game. It comes with 2 outs. On the defensive side of the diamond, the Mets will have Luis Severino on the bump. Catching behind the plate is Francisco Alvarez. Pete Alonso's over at first base. Over at second, it's Jose Iglesias. Third baseman, it'll be Mark Vientos. And the shortstop, it's not Francisco Lindor. He still is injured. It's Luis Angel Acuna. First pitch to Bohm is taken for a ball. The outfielders it'll be Nimmo in left, Brandon Nimmo that is, Tyrone Taylor in center, and the right fielder is Jesse Winker. As the pitch is popped up, it's a foul ball and it hooks out of play. Bohm is batting in the cleanup spot for the first time since he did go on the IL. He was batting 5th when he returned. And they put Castellanos in the 4th spot. 1-1 pitch. A slider that's on the inside corner for strike 2. They call it a sweeper. Here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm in the pitch. There's a pop-up hit out over towards the first base side. And that one goes just out of play. All right. What are your final score predictions? Make sure that you comment them down below. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on here. We'll get to your chats when we go to the bottom of the first. Phillies have Bryce Harper over at first base. Next pitch to Bohm is upstairs. It's now 5 pitches in this at-bat alone. Phillies were able to take 2 out of 3 against the Mets last weekend. The next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Luis Severino strikes out the side. And the inning is over. The side is retired. Bryce Harper gets a 2-out walk, and he's stranded over at first base. And, well, we head to the bottom of the first. The Phillies and Mets are scoreless so far. Mets are coming up to bat. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? I want to make sure that I say hi to everyone that's on here. The poll is very optimistic despite Taijuan Walker starting tonight. I understand. Sorry, I haven't been able to. I've been swamped with schoolwork. KGB, you don't have to worry, my guy. Don't have to worry, dude. School's important, bro. I would have pitched Christopher Sanchez. Christopher Sanchez. You would have went with Christopher Sanchez. What's going on? Turner's frustrating. Tonight is the night. Let's beat those Mets and punch our ticket to Red October. I agree with that. All right. Yes, sir. JJ, just so you know that your scoreboard is way ahead of real time. I don't know what that means. This is the scoreboard is real time. All right. Hopefully y'all are doing well, though. Mets will have Jose Iglesias leading off in the bottom of the first. Nobody gave me their final score predictions. Adam did 5-3. He says. I guess that means good guys. So that's cool. Anybody else have any other final score predictions? I would like to know. All right, so Brandon Nimmo batting second. It's Jose Iglesias sitting in the leadoff spot, playing over at second base. Nimmo is playing out in left field. And then hitting third will be Mark Vientos playing over at third base. The first baseman, Pete Alonso, is batting cleanup. Jesse Winker takes right field and is batting fifth in the lineup for the Mets. Then Shady Martinez, who's DHing and hitting sixth. Behind him, Tyrone Taylor batting in the seventh spot, playing out in center field. Francisco Alvarez is catching, and he'll be batting eighth. And Luis Angel Acuna is playing over at shortstop and will be batting ninth. And the guy that is on the hill for the Phillies will be Taijuan Walker. This will be his 15th start, his 18th overall game. He has a 3-6 record as well, and has a 6.29 ERA. Throws a sinker that just catches the inner third of the zone for strike one. Here's Jose Iglesias, who's on a 12-game hitting streak. He's up to bat. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Bet that sweeper. That was nice. Walker, well, 31 walks, 55 strikeouts, 20 home runs allowed. Opponents are hitting .309 against him, which is not so good for him. 0-2. That's outside. Walker is 1-3 versus the Mets during his career. 1-2 pitch grounder, rolled over to Turner. Turner has it, flips it over to first base. And already one out here in the bottom of the first. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. Mod Squad, let us know how many people are tuning in. I would appreciate that. And make sure that you tell them to like and subscribe as well. I can't always do it on here myself, so I need y'all to step up too. Bottom of the first, one out. Nobody on. And the pitch. And that's taken outside for ball one. To Brandon Nimmo. 1-0 pitch. Skied over towards the first base side. It goes out of play, though. Nimmo ended up hitting a 3-run homer in last night's game against the Washington Nationals. They slaughtered them, the Mets, 10-0. The pitch outside for ball two. Nimmo is on a 5-game hitting streak. The 2-1. Line drive hit down the right field line. It is just a foul ball. That'll make the count now 2-2. In the last series against the Phillies, well, Nimmo did get 3 hits. It was in a total of 12 at-bats. He did a 3-run homer. That was on Friday, September 13th, and was one of 3 players to hit a 3-run homer for the Mets in that game. There were in total 4 3-run home runs. Bet the Dodgers, they're beating the Marlins. Speaking of manslaughter, it's 17-3. 2-2 pitch on the way, just outside. It was a cutter that misses. So that'll make the count now full. Nimmo against the Phillies this season, just 5 for 35 in 8 games played. He's had a good month of September. 10 hits and 52 at-bats. 3-2, and there's a foul ball. Walker winds up and fires. And another foul ball hit by Brandon Nimmo as he continues to battle. Phillies are winning the regular season series against the New York Mets 6-3. So if they win one game, then they take the regular season series against the Mets. In this series, 3-2 pitch, and that is skied it out over towards medium depth right field. Castellanos has to maneuver over towards his left side, and he'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. So ground that over to short by Jose Iglesias, and Brandon Nimmo pops out to right field. And Mark Vientos is coming up to the plate. How about Vientos being 8th in the NL in slugging percentage? He's had a really good year for the Mets. That's why he's batting 3rd. Pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over to left field, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall. Marsh will chase after it, and Vientos, no, they called it a home run, and that makes it 1-0 New York. Thought maybe it hit off the orange line, but it is a line drive home run ruled by the umpires, and the Mets lead it 1-0. I figured they had a chance. Walker left one right down the middle. Let's see. Where did it hit? Oh, yep, that's a home run. Just over the line. That's the 25th homer of the season by Mark Vientos. And now Pete Alonso comes up to the plate. So the Mets take an early 1-0 lead. And the 1-0 pitch, that's taken for a called strike. Mets overall this season are 5th in homers. Have 194. 1-2, and that's fouled away. Part of that's because of this guy that's up to bat. But also with Francisco Lindor and Vientos, and even Brandon Nimmo. This team has a lot of pop. Alvarez can pop it as well. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over to right field. That's carrying. That's going back over towards the track, and that baby's gone. So back-to-back homers by the Mets, and they lead it 2-0. Taijuan Walker not looking good so far. That's Alonso's 34th homer of the season. Right on cue. Went 389 feet and was 105 miles per hour off the bat. Well, it was a 4-seamer that was over on the outside corner. And Alonso, he has a lot of pop in the bat, and when he goes the opposite way and is able to hit that, well, good luck to you. 2-0 New York on back-to-back solo homers by Vientos and Alonso. And Jesse Winker will come on up to the plate. And the pitch, and there's a foul ball. Phillies on the defensive side of the diamond. Well, it's Walker pitching. JT Realmuto's catching. Over at first base, it's Bryce Harper. The second baseman will be Bryson Stott. Over at third, it's Alec Bohm, and the shortstop's Trey Turner. Here's the 0-1. That's high and away. Out in right field, it's Nick Castellanos. The center fielder is Cal Stevenson, and Brandon Marsh is playing out in left. And that's what's going on defensively for the Phils. 1-1. Outside and low. Iglesias and Nimmo are getting on top, and it's a little bit off balance, but Walker's just losing his command. And he does so again, and now it's a 3-1 count. Two splitters in a row that have each missed outside. Before those two pitches, it was a four-seamer. And the 3-1, it's a cutter that's off the plate for ball 4. That's now 3 straight base runners in a row allowed by Taijuan Walker. Dodgers now lead at 20-3 in the top of the 9th. And there comes Caleb Cotham, who's going to go out there and have a conversation with Taijuan Walker. Now, just going back to that Alonso home run, that was a beautiful swing. Anybody would take Pete Alonso on their team. Just there's a lot of power in that bat. And when he's hot, he's hot. Like and subscribe, folks, and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. What's going on, RB? How you doing, bro? Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. Well, that's why you should tune in to Play-by-Play with JJ. That's why. Because we don't suck. So, if you enjoy our play-by-play, that's what we do. JD Martinez will ground this one over to third base. Bohm gets it, throws it over to first, and the inning is over. However, the Mets do strike for 2 runs on back-to-back home runs by Vientos and Alonso. And, well, Phillies will have to respond as we go to the top of the 2nd. RB, drop your link down below as always, man. Maybe he won't pitch well, says Jack. Why does Rob keep giving him chances? It is truly one of the most puzzling things to me. He's just not good. He's just not good, plain and freaking simple. But KGB, who else are you going to? Who else? Who else? Kobe Howard? Is he the answer? I don't think that they have an answer, and they're stuck. That's the truth, man. They tried Kobe Howard. He got lit up the last time he pitched. They tried Tyler Phillips. He got lit up. It's just a problem, man. Rob has his hands tied behind his back. That I can't really blame Rob for. Who else? Who's the better option? Mick Abel and Griff McGarry certainly haven't really been doing enough down in the minors, and you know, I think that he would have went to one of those two guys if he would have trusted them, but they just clearly have not been so sharp this year. So, I don't know what else you do. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I'd rather give Trevor Bauer a shot over Walker. Bauer is absolutely dominating in the Mexican League. I have thoughts about it, man. I don't want to get too into it, but if we're just talking about helping the ball club right now, at this point, bro, like we're at the point now where there's 10 games left. It's too late to bring Trevor Bauer in. It just is. Okay, the playoffs are starting in 2 weeks, guys. That's the truth. They're going to shrink to a 4-man rotation. If they wanted to do that, they should have done that weeks and weeks ago. But now, here we are. We're at this point, and they may only have to do this one more time. That's it. That's it. But, I don't know, bro. Hopefully, Rob learns his lesson. Would have thought he'd have learned it But who else is he going to go to, KGB? He's tried other people. Spencer Turnbull's hurt. You know? All right, here we go. Top of the second, first pitch, and that's taken for a strike to Castellanos. Severino back out there on the hill, and the next pitch, and that's fouled away. I have a lot of catching up to do with the chat. If I don't get to your chat, or if I get to it a little bit late, I apologize. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Castellanos, check swing. Did he go? They say no over at first base. What's up, Corey? How you doing, man? Here's the 1-2 to Casty, and there's a called strike 3. So all 4 outs that the Phillies have had have come via strikeout from Luis Severino. Last time he pitched, he had 5 strikeouts, and, well, he already has 4. And we're not even through the second inning. One out, and here's the pitch. And there's a strike called to Bryson Stott. All right, let's go. Charge! And the 0-1 line drive hit out over to right field for a base hit. And so Bryson Stott does get aboard and gets on with a 1-out single. That's the second Phillies base runner of the game so far. Okay, good stuff. So JT's the tying run. And with 1 out, JT, this is a big at-bat for him. He has not looked so sharp in his last, or he didn't look so good in the last game. Struck out all 4 times. First pitch, and he takes it outside and a little bit low for a ball. Realmuto's average is at 264 in 91 games. Also has 12 homers and 42 RBI as well. 1 ball, no strikes, and here's the next pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. The flip over the second. There's 1. Throw over to first just in time for a 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to do it. All right. Well, that's it. We go to the bottom of the second. Mets still lead at 2-0. A nice play by Luis Angel Acuna. And Stott sort of slipped up over there, but he's okay. The inning is over. We go to the bottom of the second. More final score predictions. I haven't seen any final score predictions except for one, and that was Adams. So keep them coming, bro. Go to a 4-man rotation, JJ. Plain and simple. Well, you literally have like only 1 more game left, bro. I'm praying we need a 5th guy, man. Why is it too late? Because there's only 1 more time that we need a 5th man. We have Rangers, so we have our 4 guys. No worries, JJ. Do your thing. Not too late to add a free agent. Yeah, but, like, who's going to pitch in the postseason over Ranger Suarez? Who's going to pitch in the postseason over Christopher Sanchez? Who's going to pitch in the postseason over Zach Wheeler or Aaron Nola? That's your 4 starters there. You don't have a 5th starter in the postseason. We literally have, guys, like, the postseason starts in 11 days, which means that we only have 1 more game where we have to go to this number 5 starter. So what's the point of bringing in somebody else if we just need them for 1 more game? Why waste that money? Game isn't over. It's only 2-0. Lucky the bases were empty when Walker melted down. I think you're right, JJ. They need that bye in the first round for rest and for refocus. I'm telling you, man. I've been saying that all along. They need to get healthy, and they need to just rest. They need the rest. They do. What's up, Michael? Hello, Philly fans. Did you see what Shohei did tonight? I see 20 runs by the Dodgers. That's what I see. So that's exactly what I see. I also see 10 RBI and 6 for 6. So pretty crazy. 6 for 6. It's pretty crazy. What's up, Norman? How you doing, bro? Okay, so here we go. Bottom of the second. And the first pitch, and that's taken for a ball to Taijuan Walker. Don't forget, folks, if you want to like and subscribe, you're more than welcome to do so. If my mod squad is here, I'd appreciate you giving us a like count. I asked a couple of times. Nobody has answered, so I would just appreciate that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. And the pitch. And that is just inside for ball 2. All right, Philly Take with RB says, JJ, I want your honest take on a scale of 1 to 10. How confident are you in this team getting to the World Series? 2 balls, 2 strikes as Taijuan Walker is up to bat. That's a good question. It's a very good question. Walker kicks and delivers in the pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Diving stop by Turner. Gets back up. Throws over to first, and he's just out. Nice play by Trey Turner. That was nice. How confident am I in the Phillies going to the World Series? Okay, the only team that they can lose to is themselves. That's the only team that they can lose to, literally. They have what it takes. They have the makeup. They have the personnel. The question is, first of all, what type of range are we going to get in the playoffs? But more important, the most important thing is, can the bats spark when they have to? That's the real question. I think that they can. I do. I think that they definitely can make it to the World Series. First pitch, swing and a miss. And the second pitch, that's another swing and a miss to Francisco Alvarez. I do. I really do believe that they can make it to the World Series. I'm not getting false optimism. 0-2 delivery, and that's taken outside for a ball. Am I nervous? Yeah, I am. But they have the experience. And I believe in them. That's the truth. 1-2 pitch, and that's taken down low for ball 2. Some of this just optimism, maybe. But I do believe in them. 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. See those chairs in the chat, baby. Come on. That was a nice pitch. But yeah, no, they have the personnel, bro. They absolutely do. The pitch on the way, and there's a called strike just at the kneecaps. The only team that they can beat is themselves. That's the truth. 0-1, ground ball hit over to shortstop. Turner has it, flips it over to first base, and Acuna's out. That thing almost got by Trey Turner, and he had to throw it on the run over to first base and make an acrobatic throw, and that was pretty good. So a 1-2-3 inning by Taijuan Walker, and we head to the top of the third. The Phillies are down 2-0. I've seen this team bounce back and get themselves back off the ground, okay? When they played against the Mets last weekend, they proved to me something, okay? They got pantsed by the Mets and lost 10-0. Or sorry, 11-3 was the final score. And then the next day, it took them maybe about 6 innings or so for them to just wake up. But they did. They woke up and they produced. And then they grinded it out on Sunday and they got the win. Okay, when they were down against the Toronto Blue Jays, they came back. And they ended up winning that game, and that was a big comeback. They could have just... Tyler Phillips was pitching in that game, gave up the 6 runs. I know it's the Blue Jays. Say what you want about the Blue Jays, but they came back and they won that game. So, to me, They have what it takes. And I'm not just like pulling this out from left field. They do. They have the makeup. They have what it takes. The question is, what version are we going to see? I do believe that we're going to see a Red October version of the Phillies. A solid Red October. But the only team that they can beat is themselves. Only team that they can't beat is themselves. They're better than everybody else in the National League. On paper. That's the truth. Well, the Mets are the biggest threat in the playoffs. Dodgers didn't have the best the pitching versus the Brewers. The Brewers can't hang with them for 7. So, yes, I think that we get to the World Series. If you want to go by biggest threat for the Phillies, I think that the biggest threat is the Diamondbacks. That's the truth. I think that the Diamondbacks have our number, and that's the only team that sort of makes me cringe a little bit. But other than that, there is no excuse. There's no excuse. It has to be World Series. It's World Series or bust with this team. No balls, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. It's all about the hitters. Yeah, number 1, it comes down to the bats. You're right. 0-2. There's a foul ball. Severino is on the bump. 33 pitches so far. And here's the 0-2. And there's a foul ball. All right, let's go. Let's see some Phillies emojis in the chat. Come on. Charge! 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that's the 5th strikeout by Luis Severino. Already. We're only in the top of the 3rd. The Phillies are down 2-0 thanks to back-to-back homers hit by Vientos and Alonso. If the Phillies win tonight, then they get back to the dance. And then, if they win tomorrow, then they get the division title. But if they don't win tonight, then the division title doesn't happen until possibly Sunday. Comes Cal Stevenson in the pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow left center field, and Nimmo is there, and he'll make the catch, and there is out number 2, just like that. Severino only has 37 pitches. Only 37 pitches. Crazy. So now it's Kyle Schwarber coming up to the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. And the pitch to Kyle, it's a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Schwarber with 35 homers, 97 RBI, and a .251 average on the season. The 0-1 delivery is fouled back towards the screen. Severino coming into today has faced Kyle Schwarber 7 times. Schwarber is 2 for 7 against him, with both of his hits resulting in doubles. 0-2. Good take by Schwarber. They try to appeal, and they say no swing. Where my Schwarbum emojis at? Let's go, Kyle. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Kyle Schwarber gets on base with a 2-out single. All right, so now it's Trey Turner coming up. This will be a big at-bat by him. Ohtani becomes the first member of the 50-50 club with 3 homers and 2 stolen bases in tonight's game. That was his 51st homer and his 51st steal. It's like Barry Bonds-esque. Pitch to Turner, and that is upstairs. And also inside as well. So the Brewers clinched. The Yankees clinched. The Guardians clinched. And the Dodgers have clinched. That's all playoff spots. 1-0 pitch, swung on, lifted, deep left field. Bye-bye baseball. Into the second deck it goes. Trey Turner with a 2-run missile hit out to left field. It's his 19th homer of the season. Let's go. That was big. Now it's Bryce Harper, and the next pitch, and that is taken for a ball. Forgot I have to reorganize this scoreboard. Apologize about that. So we can put the gifs over this. The 1-0 pitch to Harper, and he pops this one up. It's hit out over towards left field, and that's going to be caught just shy of the track by Brandon Nimmo. But the Phillies do tie it back on a 2-run homer by Trey Turner. And it's now 2-2 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. That thing was crushed. It was awesome. Okay. We needed that. We absolutely needed that home run. Nice pep talk, JJ. You got me all fired up. It's the truth, man. We have to put things into perspective, okay? I know that when we do the 162, we're so focused on every single game, and we sort of lose sight of the big picture. Okay, the big picture is that this team is actually playing really good baseball. The big picture is that this team overall, when you look at their record, they're 91-61. They have the best record in baseball. Okay, they're 30 games over 500. They have the tiebreaker against the Dodgers. They have the tiebreaker against the Brewers. Okay, they have the tiebreaker as well against the it'll be against the Mets. Once they win this game tonight, or if they take one game at least this weekend. So they're in a good spot. They are. They just have to produce. They just have to produce. That's all it is. So, all right. 76 likes and 233 people in the chat. Let's keep it going, man. I'm back just in time, says Larry. What's going on, man? What's up, Lumbo McGlovin? How you doing? What's up, sir? Shout out to Lomball McGlovin. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I appreciate Lomball for being here as well, for always supporting us, and for just being a really good human being. I have a lot of respect for him. So shout out to Lomball. Scott's here. Jack says get the bullpen ready. Trey is having himself a day. Yeah, that 2-run homer was awesome. Your pep talk worked. Well, thanks to RB, man, because RB, from one content creator, from one content creator to another, I have to give him a shout out because I really think that was needed. It's really cool when somebody else has your back on here, and when other people come on and support you, like when Dixon Way does it, and when Philly Halftime does it. It's great. It's really awesome. All right, so bottom of the third, first pitch to Jose Iglesias is taken for a strike. Walker kicks and delivers and throws a cutter. That's taken for strike 2. So in case you are just tuning in, the Phillies were down 2-0 and then tied it back on a 2-run homer by Trey Turner in the top of the third inning. The 0-2 pitch, and there's a called strike 3 at the kneecaps, and Walker gets another strikeout. I call it a 1-2 count. I was looking at the graphics operator, so they must have screwed up there, because I thought that we missed the first pitch, so I apologize about that. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jose Iglesias. It seemed like we missed the first pitch. And the 1-2 pitch, and there's a line drive hit out over to left field for a base hit. And Iglesias gets on with a single. Come on, bro. They really had to do us like that. Sometimes it's hard to tell, too, because they don't, sometimes, like, these networks, they'll cut back too late. So they must have missed a pitch. Or they must have thought that they missed a pitch or whatever it was. RBJJ duo can't be stopped. Let's go, baby. Come on. Bottom of the third, and the pitch swung on, hit out over towards deep right center field. That's going back towards the track, and it is gone. Just like that in the blink of an eye. Well, there's a 2-run homer hit by Brandon Nimmo. All of that for what? And the Mets are all fired up. It was right down the middle. Right down the middle. Right down the heart and soul of the plate, man. And that makes it 4-2. You got to pull Walker now. Get the bullpen going. You got to do that now. You have to. I appreciate that, Lou. I really do. I appreciate that. The pitch. That's inside for a ball. And you know, like when I'm worried about something, like I'll make sure that I tell y'all. But I like to put things into perspective. I do. Not saying that you can't be reactionary, because of course you can. Over the last 93 games, the Mets are 60-33, which is the best in baseball. 1-1 pitch, and that's taken down low for ball 2. But now you got to get somebody warmed up in the bullpen, Rob. There's no doubt about it now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. I don't see any action in the Phillies bullpen. Never mind, Taijuan ruined it. Shout out to you, bro. You're always welcome to drop your link down below. 3-1 pitch. And that's taken outside for ball 4. And there is a walk to Vientos, who homered his last time up. Well, it's time now for On This Day in Phillies History. Today is September 19th, okay? And again, shout out to Broad and Patterson. They do a really good job at coming up with these really cool facts of stuff that has happened on this day. Speed Alonso's up to the plate, and he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. In 1959, on this day, Richie Ashburn's 7th inning single is his 2,212th single, or his with the club. It broke a team record set by Ed Delahanty, which was back in 1901. And the next pitch, and that's going to be taken, and it's now a 1-1 count. The Dodgers also beat the Phillies with 2 outs in the bottom of the 16th inning when Willie Davis singled, stole second, and then went over to third on a wild pitch and then stole home. That was in 1964. Pitch on the way, ground ball hit over to third base. Bohm has it, flips it over to second for 1, and the throw over to first in time for an around-the-horn double play. Around the horn, and we got to ring the bell for that, of course. 5, 4, 3. The Phillies needed that. Here we go. Here's Jesse Winker, who's going to pop this one up. It's hit out over towards the right side. Harper calls off Stotts as he has it, and I'll make the catch, and the inning is over. However, Brandon Nimmo goes yard and gives the Mets a 2-run lead as they provide a counterpunch and lead it by 2. Once again, we head to the top of the 4th. It's 4-2 New York. Come on, Phils. At least we have Bohm, Casty, and Statu up. That's like our meat of the order, but come on, bro. I'm like you, JJ. I was the, hey, let's all calm down guy. Probably why I became a therapist, says Lou. Yeah, but like there's a time and a place for it. You know what I mean? Like the one thing that I'm learning on here as we go, okay, is that while, yes, like, we do have, like, a reactionary fan base, that's what makes us so awesome. That's what makes Philly sports so unique, right? We're very reactionary. I like to put things in perspective, but I also am, like, starting to realize the more and more I do this that, you know, I got to give you guys your moments to feel the way that you feel. And, like, you know, sort of, not necessarily, like, comfort people, but just take a step back, you know? And I think that again, like, I've been doing this now for 20 months, and I'm always learning things as I go. So, if you are new to the channel, guys, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. That's what we try to do on here. I will tell you that we won't be on tomorrow night. Okay? I will not be on tomorrow night. Okay? I'm trying to see if we can get somebody else on here to fill in for us. But I just wanted to let you know that I won't be on tomorrow night. Okay? And I'll leave it at that. I have something that I have to attend to, which I'm really excited about, but I will not be here for one of the clinches, whether it's for the division or if it's for the playoffs, possibly. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. Don't forget about that. Hope the Jets win. Oh, dude, is the game on? No, the game's on in like 10 minutes, right? I don't know what it will take for anyone on this team to learn that Walker is awful. I understand. I get it. I totally understand. You have every right to feel that way. You do. All right, first pitch to Bowman. That's taken for a ball. I just realized that this is cutting off my scoreboard. Let me try to change that. Where's my Ninja chat? The next pitch, and now it's a 1-1 count. There we go. That's better. 1-1 pitch to Bohm, and there's a foul ball hit out over towards the right field side, and out of play it goes. Correct. One ball, two strikes to Bohm, and the next pitch, and he pops this one up. It's a foul ball, and it goes out of play. Phillies are playing at Citi Field. And in case you're wondering about the dimensions, well, it's 335 feet to the left field line. 1-2 pitch, grounder, hit back over towards the mound, and Severino throws it over to first, and Bohm is retired. The left center field side is 358 feet. Deep left center is 385. Center field is 408. Deep right center is 398. And right center is 375. And the right field line is 330. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We need 19 more of you to get us to 4,300. Let's keep it going. Pitch to Casti, and there's a swing and a miss. That sleeper was tailing on the outside edge. The ball is one strike. Severino with 51 pitches, and the next one is just a hair off the plate. Casti this year batting .242 with 21 homers, and he'll line this one back up the middle for a base hit, and he gets on with a one-out single out to left center field. He'll take a little turnover at first, but stay put over at first base. Just put the bat on the ball. That's all you got to do. Put the bat on the ball, and good things will happen. That's the old cliche of baseball. So here comes Bryson Stott to the plate. As a .245 average, he did single and give the Phillies their first hit of the ball game back in the second. The first pitch, and he sort of half swung at it. He was guessing, and it ended up hitting the outside corner anyways for a called strike. The 0-1 pitch. And that pitch is fouled back towards the screen. This is now Severino's third start against the Phillies. Before the last game, the only time he pitched against the Phillies was when he was on the Yankees, and that was on June 26th of 2018, when he struck out 9 through 7. 0-2, and that is popped up and hit out over towards the third base side, and Alvarez is going to give it a look, and Vientos tried to make the basket catch, and he dropped it. Not really a good angle from the camera crew to see if see where the ball would have landed. They didn't have a more so of a bird's eye view. They just had a flat view from the ground. Actually, just was missed by Vientos over at third base. Those pop-ups, it's not so easy when you got to communicate with each other and just it's the last person that calls each other off. It's their ball. 0-2. That's fouled back over towards the screen. Thanks, Lawrence. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you for coming on here. Really. I'm happy that you have a home on here, dude. I'm happy for all of you. You guys deserve that. 0-2 pitch. That's off the plate. All right, let's go. Charge! Come on, Fightins. Let's go. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott, and here's the 1-2 to Stott, and he just fouled it back. Oh, that was the pitch. That was the pitch. It was right down the middle, and Stott just got a piece of it. Correct. Exactly. I like that take, Michael. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Stott, and he fouls that one back, so give him credit for battling here, but let's just hope that he can get on base. Now, Severino's pitch count is now up to 60. It was at 37. Just heading into... That was during the third inning. This is a 7-pitch at-bat here. Stott the tying run, and here's the 1-2 swing and a miss, and Stott is down on strikes. Just missed the sinker. It was right down the heart and soul of the plate, and there's 2 gone. And now JT Realmuto is due up. Topper doesn't want to show up his GM by not pitching his prize at free agent. Pitch. That's taken for a ball. One ball, no strikes to JT Realmuto. Grounded into a double play his first time up. The 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled back over towards the first base side, and out of play it goes. Dodgers, Philly going all the way to game 162 for the 1 seed, says Michael. I don't think you're wrong. I really don't. 1-1 pitch. That's outside and low for ball 2. Let's make the count now 2-1. Let's go, Phillies. I'm not giving up on you, says Jane. What's up, Jane? How you doing, Jane? 2 balls, 1 strike to JT Realmuto. And the windup in the pitch, and that sails outside for ball 3. JT is 33 years old. He's from Del City, Oklahoma. He's ahead in the count 3-1 here against Luis Severino. Just 0 for 2 against him during his career. 3-1 pitch, and that's taken down low for ball 4. And that's going to put 2 runners on base over at first and second. Okay. What's the season series record between the Phillies and the Brewers? The Phillies swept them the first time, and then they won 1 out of 3. So that was this week. So they're 4-2. So they won. They won the regular season series against them and the Dodgers. And they could do so against the Mets tonight or this weekend with just 1 win. So it's huge. It's pretty huge. All right, let's see what goes on here. Let's see those rally towels in the chat. Come on, baby. Let's go, Phils. Bum, 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 bum. 7 Nation Army chant. Let's go. Tying run over at first, and the go-ahead run is up at the plate. What a ball game. Come on. 2 runners on and 2 outs for Philadelphia here in the top of the 4th. Can they tie it back? Marsh steps into the box. Let's see the Marsh emojis. First pitch, line drive, hit out to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Here comes Casti rounding third. He'll score. And the Phillies are down by 1 on an opposite field RBI single by Brandon Marsh. And that, my friends, is how you respond. Nice. That was big. JT, give him credit for walking as well. So it's now 4-3 in the first pitch, and there's a called strike to Cal Stevenson. Phillies back within 1. The 0-1 pitch, and that's a called strike right down the middle of the plate at 98 miles per hour. We got a game, baby. I know. Y'all need us to take care of those Mets. Come on. Let's go, Phils. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, hit out over towards shallow left field. Going to be a tough play, but Nimmo is there, and he'll make the catch just on the track, and the inning is over. Phillies do get a run back, though, on an RBI single by Brandon Marsh, and at least they cut the deficit to 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is 4-3 New York at Citi Field. Okay. All right. Well, the good news is that they have the top of the order coming up in the next inning. So now the question is, can they hold the Mets in this inning? This is, oh, man, I'm sure that Braves fans are holding on for dear life now. They're probably like, yo, we need y'all to beat the Mets for us, and then we'll take care of business against them when we have to play them on Monday to Wednesday. Big series, man. Marsh with an RBI opposite field single. That was big. I need to see Marsh emojis in the chat. Come on, bro. Let's get Brandon Marsh's flowers for coming through there. We can't give up any in this inning. This team has a no-die mentality. That's the truth. We felt bad when they were down by 2 the first time. Phillies responded, and they got a 2-run homer. Then we started not to feel good again when Nimmo with the 2-run homer. I don't know about you, but I feel like we can still do this. It's still early. And they're responding, and they're clawing their way back. This is the classic lineup, except Cal isn't, instead of Rojas. No excuse not to score some runs, says Larry. And I agree with you. Absolutely agree. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have on here? I'm going to ask again. Keep them coming. I noticed that Richard responded one time, so I appreciate Richard for doing that. And if you did and I missed it, I apologize. We have 94 likes, 271 people tuning in. That is fraudulent behavior. As I know somebody else that would say that on here that is a Philly sports content creator. Shout out to DJ Eastwood. I don't know why that just rolled out of my mouth. Didn't mean to take that from you, my guy. That's yours. That's absolutely yours. Okay. Exactly, JJ. We're playing October baseball in September, and I'm all for it. Let's go. All right, there we go. Bottom of the 4th, JD Martinez is up at the dish. Walker gets set above the belt, kicks, it fires, and there's a strike called on the inside corner, to J.D. Martinez. JD is just batting .238 this year with 16 homers and 89 RBI as well. And the 0-1, and that's going to hit JD. Oh, boy. Got him just on the hands. And Martinez gets on with the base just like that. Where's the action in the bullpen, man? Just caught him right on the elbow, actually. So there's a leadoff hit by pitch, allowed by Taijuan Walker, and Tyrone Taylor's coming up. So far, 3 innings pitched by Walker, 4 earned runs, 3 homers allowed, and just 2 strikeouts. That's it. Actually, 1 strikeout. The pitch, that nearly hit Tyrone Taylor. Didn't really flinch out of the way, but nonetheless, it's a ball. Walker started off his career with the Seattle Mariners back in 2013, played with them up until 2016. 1-0 pitch. There's a sweeper that's taken on the inside corner for strike 1. Then he went to the Arizona Diamondbacks and played with them for 3 seasons from 2017 to 2019. And went back to Seattle in 2020, was traded to the Blue Jays that same year. And then he played 2 years with the Mets, and he's been with the Phillies over the last 2 seasons. 1-1 pitch, and that's low. It's taken down low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Walker kicks and delivers, and that's in the dirt for ball 3. Walker with 56 pitches. They're just trying to squeeze the lemon out of him. That's really like what they're trying to do. The 3-1 offering, that is just inside for ball 4. I thought maybe Walker would have gotten the call there, but he did not. So, a hit by pitch and a walk allowed by Walker. And Francisco Alvarez is coming up, and boy, Alvarez has been red hot. Just continues to swing the baseball really well. Alvarez has homered in 3 out of the last 7 games that he's played in. The pitch, and that's taken down low for a ball. He had one of the 3-run homers last Friday night for the Mets when they played against the Phils at the bank. Walker kicks and fires, and that pitch is low for ball 2. Just not being able to attack the zone. Come on, Taijuan. 2 balls, no strikes. Walker takes a quick breath, looks back at second, and the 2-0 pitch, and that is swung on and lifted out over towards deep left field. Bye-bye baseball. 7-3 New York, just like that. Fastball right down the middle, and Alvarez hits that one on a silver platter, and it's gone by a mile. Told you he's hot. Told you. He's going to be a star one day. He already has superstar potential. I see it. I've seen it ever since he was in high A. 7 runs allowed by Taijuan Walker on 4 homers. And the pitch, and there's a called strike. The ball is 1 strike, and the next pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. And that makes the count now 0-2 to Luis Angel Acuna. And the next one, now it's 1-2. Easy, JJ. You're going to hurt your sound effects. I don't know what you mean by that. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Walker does get a strikeout, so that's his third strikeout of the day. Sometimes it feels a little bit corny playing that. Not gonna lie. That thing was out of here. 7-3 New York. 1 out, bottom of the fourth in the pitch. And there's a curveball that's taken on the outside edge for strike one. The 0-1. That's inside for ball one. One ball, one strike to Jose Iglesias. And the next pitch, and that's taken for strike two. Just trying to squeeze the lemon out of him. That's the mindset. That's all it is. 1-2. Foul ball. Taijuan Walker, over his last 3 games. Well, over his last 3 starts, let's just say. As the next pitch is fouled off. So, over his last 3 starts, he has allowed 19 runs in 13 innings. 5 out of the 5 hits, 4 of them have been homers tonight. 1-2. That's outside and low for ball 2. Two-two pitch, grounder, hit over to third base. Bohm has it, charges over to first, and beating that one out is Iglesias. Yeah, it's probably disappearing in the green screen, because that's what it does. I don't have an actual green screen, so that's what it does. It's an infield single by Iglesias. I mean, I was fine with him pitching like the first couple of innings, but at this point now, it's like, what the heck? What are we saving the bullpen for? All right, so finally, Walker's night is done. And Brandon Nimmo's coming up, and we will have a pitching change as Rob decides to pull the plug now. 7-3 New York. Problem with squeezing the lemon is Walker's literally a lemon. You don't have to explain that to me. You don't have to tell me that, but yes, I feel. I bet Bohm could be a good pitcher, seeing the throws that he makes from third, rockets, and on course almost every time. Yo, Jane has so much love for Alec Bohm. I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this. I think that this is great. I think it's really good. You know, she said last night, if somebody wants to say that Alec Bohm is not, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think that you said that if he's not the best third baseman, you said fight me. Fight me. Or like, we'll take this outside. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. You got to defend your guy. You do. My guy is Kyle Schwarber. That's my guy. But I love me some Alec Bohm. But my guy is Schwarber. That's my guy. That's 1.5 runs per inning, going back to those stats. Isn't that crazy? That's actually more so impressive. It actually is. That's more so impressive than it is just sad. You know? All right. Let Clemens pitch. I've lost all faith in the Phillies trying to have the home field advantage when he puts this guy in. But, Nicholas, this guy is not going to pitch in the playoffs. Oh, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that when we're trying to fight for home field advantage, and that's how you feel. I think we can do it, man. I do. I think we can absolutely do it. Jose Ruiz is going to be pitching now. First pitch was a called strike. Second pitch is upstairs for a ball. I wasn't thinking about the big picture. One ball, one strike. And the next pitch. And that is fouled away. They have one game left and they can't do anything. Yeah. I know. That's what I said, man. One ball, two strikes. And the next pitch is fouled off. Man was throwing batting practice out there. Dude, the way that Alvarez just crushed that thing. Dude, it was like he was in a home run derby. Really. That thing was given to him. I said it was on a silver platter. It was. It was. That was a gimme. And some people will tell me, well, there's no such thing as that in baseball. Hitters know, like, when it's their pitch, they can crush it. Smart hitters. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Nimmo in the next one, and that's in the dirt for ball 3. Am I right about that, Jane? Jane and Kathy, they played. Adam said that he played too, I believe, right? We have, and of course, Snooter has played. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch. And there's a line drive smoked out to right field, and that's going to go all the way over towards the corner, so this will at least get another run home. Throw is cut off by Stott, and there's an RBI double by Brandon Nimmo, who was just really gone off on the Phillies today. And that makes it now 8-3 New York. So Vientos will be the 7th man to bat. Wild. I'm not giving. I still think that this offense is going to do something. I do. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. At this point, I'm seeing the Mets catch us. I'm not there yet. Pitch on the way, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and that's going to bring home another run. Oh, that's going to make it 9-3 on an RBI single back up the middle by Mark Vientos, and the Mets have now scored 5 runs in this inning alone, and they are pouring it on against the Phils. I did not like Taijuan for most of the season. I said that he deserved a spot over Spencer Turnbull because he had a track record. That's what I said. Doesn't mean I didn't like him. Because Turnbull didn't have a track record. And I stand by that. 1 ball, no strikes to Pete Alonso. And the next one is taken upstairs for ball 2. This is getting ugly. Two balls, no strikes. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out. Ruiz kicks and delivers, and that's inside for ball 3. He clearly does not have his stuff today. Jose Ruiz has a 3.52 ERA and 49 strikeouts. 3-0 pitch. That's a check swing ground ball. It's a foul ball. Those other runs were charged to Taijuan Walker, by the way. 3-1 pitch, and that's inside for ball 4. That's going to put runners over at first and second. And the 9th man to come up to the plate will be Jesse Winker. And Caleb Cotham is going to go out there and have another conversation with Ruiz. Well, if there's anything that you do want to look at, okay, tomorrow is Christopher Sanchez. He is pitching tomorrow. I feel better with Sanchez going out there against David Peterson. I do. And on Saturday, Ranger Suarez is pitching against Sean Manaea. Don't know yet how I feel about that, but Sunday night, Zach Wheeler's pitching. I still believe that if we don't win tonight, because it ain't over till it's over, I think that we can take 2 out of 4. I think we can split it with the Mets, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. First pitch, and that's taken for a ball to Jesse Winker. I'm fine with that. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is upstairs for ball 2 to Jesse Winker. To a pitch. There's a foul ball. We just won 2 out of 3 from them. This is just bad because of Walker. Yeah. Overall, yeah. The other weird thing is that there's no Lindor in this lineup. 2-1, swing and a miss. They've been scoring runs without Francisco Lindor, this Mets team. So, Ruiz is frustrating the heck out of me. In this inning, I agree. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out. And the next pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Just you wait till they come back. Just saying. So Winker's going to call for time. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The Mets have scored 5 runs in this inning and lead it 9-3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And the next pitch is outside, and that's going to load the bases. Wow. Kobe Allard is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying this play-by-play. We're not talking about the game. We're talking about the play-by-play call. First pitch to J.D. Martinez. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop. Diving stop by Turner. Flip over the second. There's 1 throw over to first. Got him! In time for a double play. That's how we end the 4th. However, well, it is a 6-4-3 double play, but the Mets do send 10 men up to the plate. They are holding this for a second to see if he is out. Let's see again. Turner threw it over to second for 1, and Stott threw it over to first. And did JD beat it out? I think Harper got it. Yep, he's out. So here we go to the top of the 5th. Not getting ugly. Ugly is ugly. I agree. Comeback. Are you serious? They did it one time. Why can't they do it again? Severino hasn't really showed me too much today. Phillies had a 2-run homer off of him and then just had an RBI single off of him. Why can't they come back? The top of the order's coming up. If they could cut this down to 3, they're back in business. And I think that they can do it in this inning, but that's just me. That's just me, bro. Anyhow, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate that. This is time to get nervous. The starting pitching staff, I have no faith. Can I start crying now? Bro, you can feel however you want to feel. Not stopping you. You made a face, pressed the button for your sound effects with authority. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to go back to the tape. That was from a while ago. We tied the game. You made a face. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Alright, hit that like button, baby. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on those bell icons. Alright. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 9-3 New York. How do we get here, JJ? Well, it's been a long one so far. Game actually got started at 7:15. And we're about an hour 14 or an hour 24 into this. Can't do math right now. Vientos is a solo homer and went back-to-back with Pete Alonso in the bottom of the first. Then it was Trey Turner who tied it up 2-2 in the top of the third. And Nimmo then made it 4-2 on a 2-run homer in the bottom of the third. Marsh then cut it down to 1. And ever since then, well, Alvarez hit a 3-run homer. Brandon Nimmo had an RBI double. And Mark Vientos had an RBI single. All in the bottom of the 4th. Harrison Bader is going to be playing center field now. And Tyrone Taylor slides out to right. The pitch to Schwarber. And that's going to be blooped over towards the second base side. And that's going to be caught by Acuna. Pop that one up. So Bader is now playing out in center. For Jesse Winker. And Taylor slides on over to right. So 1 down. And the pitch to Trey Turner. Fly ball hit out over to right field. That's going to stay in the yard, though. And making the catch is going to be Taylor for out number 2. Just like that. So now Bryce Harper's coming up. Harper walked and popped out to left. Titans are down by 6. Harper batting .287, 29 homers, and 84 RBI on the season as well. And the pitch to Harper. We'll foul that one back. There's Rob Thompson over in the Phillies dugout. He's their manager. 0-1. Foul ball. The Brewers are down 3-0 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's in the bottom of the 5th. That certainly does help the Phillies if they want to get a bye. 0-2. Foul ball. Sevy has gone 4 2/3 so far. Three earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. 0-2. That's wide. Why is this behind all of a sudden? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. There's the 1-2. There's a ground ball smacked over towards the right side, and that's going to be flipped over to first, and the inning is over. So 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies just like that. All right, well, we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. It's weird. I keep trying to fast forward back, and there's like still sort of a delay because I guess that by the time it catches up, it needs a second to sort of remember where it is. And that second is sort of throwing me off. This delay. All right. So we're going to the bottom of the 5th. All right. I'm going to play a little game with you. Okay? It's called Name This Philly. Okay? Name this Phillies player. We're going to have a little bit of some fun today. Name this Phillies player. Okay? I'm going to tell you 3 things about this Phillies player. And then you get to guess who it is. Okay. So, this one's going to be a little bit tough. I'm going to make this not so easy. Okay. I'm 48 years old. Okay. I played for, besides the Phillies, I was on the Padres as well. Okay. And I'm from Beaumont, Texas. That's all I'm going to say. We got a super chat, a $2 super chat. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much, Prince. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. John Kruk. Okay. Played for the Padres, besides the Phillies. I'm 48 years old. And I'm from Beaumont, Texas. Jimmy Moyer. Craig Kimbrell. Keep going. Keep going, man. Pitch, and there's a foul ball off the mask of the home plate umpire. John Kruk. We said John Kruk. That's incorrect. We already said that. From Beaumont, Texas. 48 years old. Played for the Padres as well as the Phillies. Cole Hamels. It's a good guess, but no. All right, what the heck is going on? Did I get rid of the troll? Did I get rid of the troll? 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch, and that's taken for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch, and that's taken for ball 4. Jane says Clay Condre. Congratulations, Jane. I'm sure that you looked it up, but congratulations. Clay Condre is correct. Good job. The pitch to Alvarez, and that's taken inside for a ball. Got it right. Clay Condre is the correct one. 1 ball, no strikes to Francisco Alvarez. And the next one, there's a foul ball that goes out of play. Alvarez with a 3-run homer his last time up. It's 9-3 New York, and we're only in the bottom of the 5th. Still got plenty of baseball left to go. And the 1-1 delivery is down for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. There's the next pitch, and that's taken for ball 3. Clearly, no one can find the strike zone anymore. Says Serena. Howard kicks and delivers, and that is swung on and missed. Just keep it clean on here, people. That's all I ask. Keep it clean. Keep it clean, bro. Payoff pitch. That's taken down low for ball 4. And that's going to put runners over at first and second base. There's So Alvarez does get on with a walk. And there's nobody out. Pitch to Acuna. Ground ball scooped up by Bohm. Flip over to second. There's one. Throw over to first, and Acuna beats it out. It is a fielder's choice. Heading on over to third base will be Tyrone Taylor. And up to bat now is Jose Iglesias. Need 17 more subs in order for us to get to 4,300. All right, bottom of the fifth, one out, and runners over at the corners. The largest victory that the Mets have ever had against the Phillies was 24-4. And that was on August 16th of 2018. First pitch, and it's taken for a called strike. Howard kicks and delivers, and there's a check swing ground ball hit over towards the mound to throw over to home plate, and that's going to get the runner into a rundown. That's Taylor, and JT Realmuto will just tag him out. That's going to go down as a 1-2 fielder's choice. 1-2 fielder's choice. And Brandon Nimmo is coming up. It was actually Alvarez that was over at third base. So Iglesias over at first, Acuna on at second, and Brandon Nimmo steps to the plate. That's taken for a called strike. The Mets have never scored 10 runs in 3 straight games in franchise history until these past 3 games. Possibly. But right now they're at 9. The 0-1. That's fouled back. Phillies' largest margin of victory against the Mets. Well, that was back on June 11th of 1985. That's when they have to go back. 0-2 pitch. Popped up, hit out over towards left field. Marsh says that he has it. And they'll get under it to make the catch. And the side is retired. So, no runs. Just a couple men left. And we head to the 6th. Phillies are down 9-3 in Queens. Both of these teams have played each other a total of 1,077 times. 1,077 times. John Kruk. Loving your work, JJ. This old veteran is learning a lot from you. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. It's good. You gotta keep everybody engaged somehow, some way. That's the truth. So when we do these little breaks and stuff, what are they called? I can't think of the word right now. Like these miniature games. You know, it's nice. It keeps people engaged and keeps people on. JJ, it is wild to think the Mets have the best record in baseball for the last 90 games. Yeah, when you put it into perspective and you think about that they had Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander and Mark Hanna and all these guys, along with Pete Alonso and along with Francisco Lindor, right? They had Javier Baez. They had all these guys, and it's just like, who would have really thunk? You know, Kodai Senga out for the season. And it's Luis Severino. It's David Peterson. These guys are stepping up, and they're pitching really well. Give them credit for that. 26-7. 26-7 was the largest Phillies victory that they've ever had against the Mets. That's what I said. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Top of the sixth. Bohm will lead things off, and he takes a strike just on the inside corner of the plate. Mets are kind places where players' careers go to die, says Zach. 0-1. There's a called strike, 2. Severino with 80 pitches. He's on pace to go 7 innings at least. 0-2 pitch to Bohm, swing and a miss. And 1-2-3, Bohm is down on strikes. Phillies will play tomorrow night. That game will be on Apple TV. I will not be on tomorrow night. So if they do happen to clinch, I will not be here for it. But I may try to get somebody else on. I may try to do that. We'll see how it goes. The pitch. And that's taken for a strike. If not, we'll definitely be back on Saturday. You know? And that'll be cool. 0-1. There's a foul ball to Castellanos, and the count's now 0-2. Phillies are 27-18 against NL East opponents this season coming into today. So that includes all the division rivals. 0-2 pitch, grounder, rolled over to third base, and the throw over to first will get Castellanos out, and there's 2 gone. Phillies aren't going to have to face Quintana at least. Over his last 5 starts, he has a 4-0 record and a .28 ERA. That's ridiculous. 2 outs, top of the 6th. And the pitch to Bryson Stott, and there's a called strike. It's a sweeper right down the pike. The moon's coming out over here. So full moon tonight. 0-1, and that's skied it out over towards the third base side and foul ground. And the catch is made by Mark Vientos, and the inning is over as Stott fouls out. So that's now 7 men retired in a row by Luis Severino. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 9-3 New York. So in case you are just tuning in, Taijuan Walker went 3 1/3, gave up 8 earned runs. Really, 3 of them were inherited, but they were all his responsibility. 6 hits, 3 walks, and only 2 strikeouts. That's it. Stay on with me because after this game, I have a lot that I have to say. I really do. I do. I have a lot that I have to say. Okay. So where are we going, to the bottom of the 6th? Let's go say hi to somebody. Let's go say hi to somebody. Who's live right now? Rising right. Lomball McLovin's live. Let's go say hi to Lomball, bro. He's live right now. Let's go say hi to Lomball McLovin. All right. Let's go say hi to Lomball. Bro, what? Bro, why are you still here, bro? What the heck are you doing, bro?
Put your back into it.
There we go. KGB, Richard, Lou, Norman, they're all there. Nice. One ball's like, let's go say hi to JJ. So we got to go say hi to him. Okay. The pitch. There's a strike called. The ball is one strike. Colby Howard still pitching for the Phillies as he came on in relief. Where did my mods go, bro? What's up, Shante? How you doing? 1-1, swing and a miss. That's going to make the count now 1-2. Michkov is my biggest hope for the season, dude. I'm so excited for Matvei Michkov. I want to try to go to some more practices. They're literally, the Flyers skate zone's literally like 5 minutes away from me. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Howard gets set at the letters, kicks and delivers, and there's a swing and a miss. And the first strikeout by Colby Howard comes in this inning in the bottom of the 6th. Now it's Pete Alonso coming up. And he takes it outside for ball 1. Alonso with his 34th homer of the season. Earlier in the ball game, it was back in the first. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch. There's a foul ball back towards the screen. Pitch that he homered was on the outside corner. That was thrown by Taijuan Walker. And the 1-1 pitch popped up and skied over towards the right side. Stott says he has it, and he's there, and he catches the can of corn for out number 2. Front Office Sports just tweeted out that a record of 20,711 fans were in attendance for the Indiana Fever game tonight, which is the largest crowd in WNBA history. That's awesome. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. And there's a line drive smoked back up the middle for a base hit. And Bader gets on with a 2-out single. Comes in the pinch hit for Jesse Winker. And the Mets get their 9th hit of the ball game. Now about Shohei Ohtani today, 6 for 6 with 10 RBI. 3 homers. And he was also just a triple shy of the cycle. And he also, most importantly, broke the 50-50 record. And stole his 50th and his 51st stolen bases of the season, and also hit his 50th and 51st homers. 49th, 50th, and 51st. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout to end the inning. Time to go to the top of the 7th. Phillies down to their final 9 outs, and the Mets will have some action from the bullpen. So we have a new pitcher coming in. Who will it be? Find out on the other side. We need 60 more subs in order for us to get to 4,300. Been almost 50 years since the Flyers won a championship. Yeah, man. Crazy. We got 186 people tuning in, and 130 people have hit the thumbs up button. Keep hitting that like button, baby. And keep subscribing to the channel. There we go. Who else is still rocking with us? Comment down below, even though the Phillies are losing by a lot. For those of you that are still here, well, we're going to do something nice, actually. Okay. Here's what we'll do. All right. Because, you know, I want to let you all know that we have these things called memberships. Okay? It's $2.99 a month. You get special perks, including some really, really cool gifts that you can use throughout the game. Like the Phillies rally towels, Bryce Harper emojis, Kyle Schwarber emojis, and some really cool stuff like that you can use. You also get some special access to podcasts on here as well. And you also get to tune into the pods that I do post 1 day before, or sorry, not 1 day, sorry, 1 hour before everybody else does. So it's $2.99 a month. That's all it is. All right. That's it. And so whenever this thing loads, I don't know what's going on. Let's refresh it and try it again. I don't know why it's not loading. Okay. Let's try it now. For some reason, it's not loading. Comes JT Realmuto. Takes the first pitch for a ball. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Well, they give people memberships. What's going on? 1 ball, no strikes. Danny Young is out there to pitch for the Mets. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch on the way is a foul ball. It's chopped over towards the third base side. Mets are 43 and 34 at home. And they're looking for their 85th win of the season. Let's try this again and see if it works. Two balls, 1 strike to JT. The next pitch is inside for ball 3. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, well, I guess we'll try it some other time. Weird. 3-1 pitch. Line drive hit out over to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. It goes all the way over towards the corner. JT thinking 2. Throw over the second base. Good throw, but not in time to get Realmuto. So there's a leadoff double to start off the top of the 7th. So Alex Young is pitching for Luis Severino. Let's see if the Phillies can just claw their way back in this one. They're down by 6 against the New York Mets. Jason Benetti is calling the game, doing play-by-play on Fox. I've always admired his work. And John Smoltz is his color commentator. It's an interesting duo. Top of the 7th. Nobody out. And a runner on over at second base. And now it's Brandon Marsh coming up to the plate. And the pitch. And there's a called strike. Marsh 1 for 2. The 0-1 misses down low. You know, this rivalry between the Phillies and the Mets, I mean, you can go to like the most recent history, but you can go all the way back to Jim Bunning's perfect game as well. 1-1, ground ball, and it's past the slide of Alonso, but it is a foul ball. I didn't really remember this, but in 2015, the Mets, they won the NLCS for their 5th pennant while the Phillies entered a rebuild phase. The Mets, I mean, I remember that, but the Mets beat the Phillies 14 times and lost 5 for a lopsided season series win. If you remember, Chase Utley got drilled by Matt Harvey during that season. And there was a little brawl between Larry Boa and there was a little bat flip as well by Daniel Murphy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. And that's going to make the count full. Young gets set and fires the pitch. Line drive down the right field line. It is a foul ball. Ugh. Thought maybe that had a chance. Six pitches in this at-bat to Brandon Marsh. Then, of course, we remember that season. Chase Utley's slide against Ruben Tejada. 3-2 pitch, and that's fouled off the back ankle of Brandon Marsh. And if you don't remember that well, it's when they had to invent the new sliding rule for, for baseball, because it became pretty dangerous when players didn't always slide ahead of time. And it took out Ruben Tejada. And that was tough. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. Can he win the battle? The 3-2 pitch, fly ball hit out over to right field, and that's going to go all the way towards the wall. JT's rounding third. He'll just stay put over there. And Marsh gets on with a long single. And, well, that's going to put runners over at the corners. It took a weird bounce. Did Marsh think that was going to go out? Because I thought that he probably should have went over to second base. He's slow up. What happened? Yeah, he rounded first base. Thought about going and just decided to stay put over there. And JT went back over to second base because he thought maybe it had a chance to be caught and decided to play it safe. So now Wes Wilson's coming up, and the first pitch is on the inside corner for strike 1. Still nobody out. Charge. A double and a single. Wilson pinch hitting for Cal Stevenson. And the 0-1, that's going to hit Wes Wilson. And the bases are going to be loaded for the Phils. Just like that. And there's still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. So one swing of the bat gives the Phillies a chance to come back into this game. Garrett is warming up in the bullpen, and Kyle Schwarber's coming up to the plate. So this is an interesting time for the Phillies to get back into this. Here's a golden opportunity. Bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, dum. Let's go, Kyle. See the Schwarber emojis in the chat. Come on, bro. Wow. We got 185 people still here watching. Schwarber has 7 career grand slams, including 1 this season. First pitch to Kyle Schwarber, and that's outside. It's going to get away, but it's not going to get too far away. It sort of danced around the backstop. Alvarez did a good job of covering the plate. It's not really a long backstop, and a wise decision made by JT to just stay put over at third. Sort of pinballed right back to home plate, and he would have been out. One ball, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the pitch, and that's outside for ball two. Schwarber last year against left-handed pitching was hitting 188, and this year it has gone all the way up to 388. 2-0 pitch, and there's a called strike. It looked a little bit low in the strike zone. It's not really so clear on Fox. Sort of blends into the plate. Or the catcher's gear, I should say. Regardless, it is a 2-1 count. And here's the pitch to Schwarber. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Throw over the second. There's one. Throw over to first. Not in time. And Kyle Schwarber beats it out. It's an RBI fielder's choice. And the Phillies cut the deficit to 5. That was a bullet hit by Kyle Schwarber just in a bad spot. But to his credit, he did beat out the throw and used all the speed that he had. He hustled. So it is 9-4 on an RBI fielder's choice by Schwarber. Yep, he beat it out. And a good diving stop by Pete Alonso, too. That gets by him. Another run scores. That's going to be it for Young. So Trey Turner's up to bat with runners at the corners. And we'll be back in just a few moments. He's not done just yet. Thank God, Kyle. Way to hustle. Yep, I agree. He hustled. He hit it so hard, though. Okay. We have to get another couple of runs. If we make it 9-6, I feel a little bit better. So we got a pitch and change, in case you are wondering, here in New York. That's going to be it for Young. And it looks like Reed is going to come on in. Reed Garrett, the 31-year-old, who has a 3.25 ERA. He'll be pitching now for the Mets. The last time he faced the Phillies, he just went 2/3. That was last Saturday. Allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. And the Phillies ended up winning the ball game 6-4. We cannot let Walker back on the mound next inning. We can't. He's not. He's out of the game, dude. He's totally out of the game. Here comes Trey Turner. First pitch to Trey, and he takes it for a strike right on the outside corner. It was a cutter. What's up, Giordano? How you doing, bro? So Reed Garrett in the ball game for the Mets. He's been one of their better relief pitchers. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. That sweeper was a foot off the plate. And Turner was trying to swing for the fences there. Just whatever you do, don't ground into a double play. No balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. Garrett gets set at the letters, kicks and fires, and that's down low for a ball. Runners at the corners, top of the 7th. Phillies down by 5. 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Turner strikes out. And now it's up to Bryce Harper. There were some fans waving the tray in the stands. Come on, Bryce. Big time at bat coming up. Phillies fans are standing up, hoping that Bryce can put them back in business. They trail 9-4. Harper up to bat. First pitch to Bryce, and he fouls it back over towards the screen. Harper is hitting .345 with runners in scoring position. And with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, he's batted .344. So we have runners over at first and third. 1 runner in scoring position. And there's 2 outs. 0-1 pitch. Swung on. Hit out over towards right center field. And that's going to split the gap and go all the way towards the wall. Marsh will score. Bader slipped. And going over to second is Harper. Schwarber scores from first. And it's 9-6 as Bryce Harper comes through with a 2-run double. And the Phillies are back in business. I don't know what happened out there, but Bader slipped. He did. He stumbled. Taylor tried to make a diving attempt. It just got by him. And the tying run, how about this, is in the on-deck circle. Just like that. Here comes Alec Bohm. And the first pitch to Alec is outside for ball 1. Unbelievable. Phillies have put up 3 runs in this inning alone, including that 2-run double by Harper. He's over at second. The 1-0 pitch, and Bohm takes a strike. I thought that was the pitch he was going to go after. It was a sweeper just at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alec Bohm. 0 for 3 he is tonight, and the 1-1 is in the dirt for ball 2. Bohm has struck out twice, and he also grounded out to Luis Severino. Alvarado is warming up in the Phillies bullpen, in case you are wondering. 2 balls, 1 strike, and a pitch to Bohm. Fly ball, hit out over towards right field. It's going to stay in the yard, though, and Taylor is going to make the catch. And the inning is over, but the Phillies are back in this game. It's 9-6 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Can they hold the Mets here? That's the next question. Okay. All right, trivia time. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, it is now time for your Phillies trivia question of the day. All right, this trivia question, of course, is brought to you by Ethan Baumholtz of Advisors Mortgage. If you're looking to purchase or refinance a home in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, my guy Ethan has you covered. He has over 20 years of experience and is dedicated to making your personal needs, or he's dedicated to helping your personal needs, and is looking to find the best mortgage solutions tailored to your needs as well. Was one of my mentors in high school, and has been a really, really good mentor for me from a personal and professional standpoint as well. He was my basketball coach. And if you want to give him a call today, you're absolutely more than welcome to. His phone number is right here. It is 609-230-5558. Make sure that you call him today and tell him that I said hi. I didn't have to read it on me. I thought I did. I put it in the spot, and I can't find it now. All right, I'm going to ask you a trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right, so here's my question that I have for you. On December 6th of 2006, the Philadelphia Phillies traded Gio Gonzalez and Gavin Floyd to which team for Freddie Garcia? To which team for Freddie Garcia? December 6th of 2006, Phillies traded Gio Gonzalez and Gavin Floyd to which team in exchange for Freddie Garcia? Anybody know? Anybody? The Pirates. That is incorrect. Pitch, and there's a ball taken by Tyrone Taylor. Anybody want to give this a shot? Seattle? Nope. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. That came at 99 miles per hour. They were 0 for 1 with 2 walks. The White Sox. Good job. Good job. Jane got it twice today. How about that? Good job, Jane. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next one is upstairs. Got 207 people tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. The 2-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that looked like it was a strike, but it's just called a ball. Three balls, 1 strike. And the next one is upstairs for ball 4. So Taylor gets on with a walk, and now it's Francisco Alvarez who's due up next. And boy, he's had a really good day. It's currently 9:24 p.m. Eastern Time. First pitch got started at 7:15. So we're 2 hours and 9 minutes into this. And the pitch, that's taken inside for ball 1. Alvarez hit his 10th homer back in the 3rd inning. This is his 10th homer of the season. Alvarado kicks and delivers, and he can't find the strike zone, and that's down low for ball 2. And Caleb Cotham's going to go out there to talk things over with him, and it's really rare that you see Cotham during the middle of an at-bat go out there to have a discussion with Alvarado. That's the pitching coach for the Phillies. And JT is going to go out there too, and so is Rob Thompson, I believe. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know what's going on, but how about the Mets and the Diamondbacks being tied for that 5th seed? The Mets, actually, if the regular season ended today, they would get that 2nd wild card spot. And they would get the 5th seed. And the Diamondbacks would be the 6th. Two balls, no strikes to Francisco Alvarez. And Jose Alvarado kicks and delivers, and he finally attacks the zone and gets one in there for strike 1. Alvarado is the 4th reliever, or the 4th pitcher today by the Phils. 2-1, ground ball hit over to second base, and the tag over to second. There's one, throw over to first, and Harper was off the bag. Not a good throw by Bryson Stott. And the inning, well, they just get one out there. Stott had to sort of scoop it up, and Turner was going to go over to the bag, but Stott was like, I'm just going to take it myself, and the throw got Harper's foot off the bag. So that's probably going to go down as just a fielder's choice, and maybe an error. And now it's Luis Angel Acuna who's up to bat. Sitting over on the right side. And the pitch, line drive over the head, a Stott out to right center field. And that's going to go all the way over towards the wall. Alvarez is going to round third. And the throw is cut off by Stott. Throw to the plate is not in time. And Alvarez dives into home plate, and he needs to catch a breath. It is an RBI triple by Acuna. And that makes it 10-6 New York. They have just had a response every time the Phillies have put up some runs. Absolutely crazy. And that error by Stott was critical. And Acuna just hit that in the right spot. He has a lot of speed. So he's over at third. And that's now 10 or more runs scored in 3 games by the Mets, which has never happened until now. The pitch, and that is high and inside for ball 1 to Jose Iglesias. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. And there's a foul ball. Infield now playing in for the Phils. The 1-1 delivery is down low for ball 2, and that one almost got away from JT, but Acuna wisely stays put. Both teams combined today have scored 16 runs on 18 hits. Phillies have had 8, the Mets have had 10. It's been a slugfest here, but more so lopsided. 2-1, grounder hit over to shortstop, Turner's throw over to home plate, and Acuna is out. Nice play by Trey Turner, and there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. I don't know why Acuna decided to go there, but Trey Turner gets him out. And that's going to go down as a 6-2 fielder's choice. All right. So Brandon Nimmo is going to be stepping up to the dish. And the pitch on the way, ground ball, diving stop by Stott, and the throw over the second base is in time. And the inning is over. However, the Mets do get another run on an RBI triple by Luis Angel Acuna. And it's time to go to the top of the 8th. Castellanos, Stott, and Realmuto are all due up in the order for the Phillies. Okay, let's see if they have it in them. It's still within reach. It is. It's still within reach. The Walker hole was just too big of a hole to climb out of. It ain't over, bro. This could be a wild finish. It really could be. I don't know. We have to wait and see how it goes. Thank you, guys. What did Jane say? I knew it was a team straight west out of Philly. What were we talking about? I gotta scroll all the way back up. I can't do that now. Yeah, it was the White Sox. Each team has used 4 pitchers. Well, Stanek is going to come on in the pitch, and he will be the 4th pitcher used by the Mets. If Walker didn't pitch, this game would be 6-2. And guess what? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. There's a lot of things that could have happened too. That's just baseball, man. All right. Top of the 8th. Let's go. Let's go, man. Castellanos will lead things off. He's 1 for 3. By the way, if you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on those notification bell icons. And that way you'll know when we go live for a Phillies, a Sixers, or an Eagles game. 162, man. We try to do almost every single game that we can. I think we've done like 130 of them this year, so maybe a little bit less. I think it's been less. It's been like 115. I'll have to check. But who's really counting anyways? We're on here a lot and we do the grind because it doesn't stop. All right. 16 runs combined between the Phillies and the Mets. The Mets lead it though by 4. Nick Castellanos is stepping up to the plate in the first pitch, swinging a miss. It was a slider that was outside and low. Stanek has a 4.99 ERA this season with the Mariners and the Mets. Not the same guy that he was when he was on the Astros. 0-1, and Casty decides not to bite there. Stanek comes set and fires. That's just a little bit low. He's now 33 years old. He's 6 feet 4 inches tall. Weighs 226 pounds as well. Born in St. Louis, Missouri. 2-1 pitch. And that just is inside for ball 3. And a hitter's count here to Nick Castellanos. Good eye. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Jogging back is Bader, and he'll be there to make the catch. And there's one away, and the Phillies are down to their final 5 outs. I'm going to minimize OBS because this is behind today. OBS is really far ahead. Well, maybe by 1 pitch. Comes Bryson Stott. The pitch on the way is a little bit low, but it's a called strike. The ball's 1 strike. Stanek comes set and fires. That's off the plate. The Nationals lead at 6-5 in the top of the 6th out in Chicago. It's against the Cubs. Diamondbacks also lead at 5-1 in Milwaukee. That game's in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-1 delivery is low and away. The Orioles did avoid a sweep against the San Francisco Giants. They won 5-3. And the Atlanta Braves were able to mollywop the Cincinnati Reds 15-3. 2-1 pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. And the Dodgers, the story of today is that they scored 20 runs. And Shohei Ohtani went 6 for 6 with 3 homers. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. It is a foul ball. Stott maybe thought that he had all of it, but it looked like he got inside. Really nice for him to get on here. Mariners also did beat the Yankees 3-2. They're battling for a final wild card spot. 3-2 pitch. Down low for ball 4. And Stott gets on with a 1-out walk. Okay. Now it's JT Realmuto. JT walked, doubled, and scored a run as well. Stanek gets set at the letters, winds up, and the first pitch is a called strike at 96. Right down the middle of the plate. Oh, 0-1 is the count. And the pitch. Strike 2. Just at the kneecaps. So JT hitting .270 against the Mets with 133 hits in 138 games. 0-2, way up high and outside, and the throw back over to first. It was a pitch out, not in time. One ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. 100 miles per hour on the radar gun, and JT goes down swinging. And Brandon Marsh is coming up. Marsh actually has had a very good day today and has gone 2 for 3. Going back to that pitch to JT, again, a fastball right down the pike. And JT just could not catch up to it. He was a hair late. First pitch to Marsh. It's inside for ball 1. If I'm Bryson Stott, I guess you got to hold up. Yeah, you can't make the final out over at second. The 1-0. Foul ball. And the count is tied up at 1 apiece. All right. See the Marsh emojis in the chat. 1-1 pitch to Marsh. Swung on and missed. That one came at 99 miles per hour. Lots of Mets fans here at Citi Field. The Phillies fans, though, looking for something else to come. And the 1-2 pitch. Inside for ball 2 and a good eye by Marsh. The last time Stanek did pitch, he did allow a run against the Phillies. 2-2 on the way, and that's inside for ball 3. So that's now 3 3-ball counts in this inning for Stanek. Three balls, 2 strikes. Stott over at first. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and Marsh strikes out, and the inning is over. So the Phillies had a chance there, just could not get anybody home. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies down by 4 against the Mets. And Stanek is all fired up. Okay. Don't forget to keep liking and keep subscribing as well. Bottom of the 8th. We will not be on tomorrow night. All right. If the Phillies do clinch, I will not be on to see the Phillies potentially clinch here. But I personally won't be on, but somebody else might be on here. Just wanted to tell you. So you still may have some sort of coverage of the Phillies. This one's tough, man. And I know it ain't over yet. I'm going to save my spiel for after this, but, man, not liking what I'm seeing so far from the pitching, bro. What's up, Rising Rhino? How you doing, bro? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Rising Rhino. With Walker, I predict the loss. Why does it still hurt? Because you're a baseball fan, Serena, and this is just what comes with it. It's been, the Mets have been scoring a lot of runs, and we want the Phillies to win. That's just what happens. Power went out. Thanks for the raid, JJ. No problem, Long Ball. Thank you so much for stopping by. Still got a game. I just wish that Marsh would have gotten on there. That would have been really nice. Thanks so much for the raid, guys. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are the best, bro. The rest of the pitching is fine. Walker gave up 7 and 4. Ruiz didn't pitch so good today. Alvarado did not really pitch his best today either. So I don't I don't think it's just Taijuan Walker. I mean, did they do better than he did? Maybe. But Alvarado and Ruiz today did not do so good. Comes Tanner Banks, and he throws it inside for ball one as we start off the bottom of the eighth. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ruiz only gave up 2. Yeah, but the inherited runs, like, the hits, that matter too. So, he didn't do so good today. 1-1. And there's a foul ball. The inherited runs, I still weigh them, even though they're not really technically his responsibility. I put them on the other guy too. 1-2 pitch. Down and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mark Vientos. The 2-2 pitch, here it is, swing and a miss. And 1 gone in the bottom of the eighth. It'll be Pete Alonso up next. Severino went 6 innings for the Mets, had 7 strikeouts, 5 hits, 3 earned runs allowed, and 2 walks as well, as Alonso looks at the called strike. Taijuan Walker, on the other hand, just ended up going 4 innings, or 3 1/3, allowed 8 earned runs, 3 walks, 6 hits. Pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the eighth, 1 out. And Banks gets set. The letters, kicks and delivers, and there's a grounder. Rolled over towards the right side. Stott has it. Throws it over to first. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the eighth. You take a look at the Mets lineup today. Their first 3 hitters each have 2 hits. They have gone 6 for 14 with 5 runs scored, 2 homers, and 5 runs knocked in. Pitch to Bader. Ground ball hit into left field for a base hit. And a 2-out single provided by Harrison Bader, who came in to pinch hit for Jesse Winker. Back in the the bottom of the 6th. Phillies tomorrow night. Well, they'll have Christopher Sanchez out there on the bump, and they'll be going up against David Peterson. The game will be on Apple TV. Toss back over to first, not in time. Oh, I gotta make sure I remind the person about that. Martinez at the plate. Kicks and delivers. That's Banks. Swinging a miss to J.D. Martinez. Banks was acquired by the Phillies right at the deadline. Played with the White Sox from 2022 up until this season. The 0-1 pitch. There's a 1-hopper hit over to third base. Bohm has it, targets it over to first. And Martinez is out. Last chance for the Phillies. 9-1-2 are due up in the order. Do they have a comeback in them? We'll have to wait and see. Wilson will lead things off. All right. Let's see. Make sure you stay on after the game, too, because I want to recap some things, and I have some notes that I took down that I'd like to sort of share with my thoughts on this game, and I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. I really would. Wes Wilson will lead things off for the Phillies. as we head to the top of the 9th. Tomorrow night's game will take place at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Saturday's game will be taking place in the afternoon. That'll be at 4:05 against the Mets. And then the Phillies are on for Sunday Night Baseball. That'll be at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is the final Sunday Night Baseball game of the year as well, by the way. Zach Wheeler will be pitching on Sunday night. Mets still haven't decided who they're going to go to, though. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe, folks. Comeback time, says Eric. Oh, thank you so much, Jane. Appreciate it. 160 likes. Let's try to get to 200. That'd be really cool. And that's here. What's up, Annette? What's up, Dallas? Have a great rest of your stream, JJ. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Top of the 9th. It's 10-6. I can't speak tonight, man. I'm having some problems with that. 10-6 is the score, and Cody Clemens will come on in to face Edwin Diaz as the trumpets sound. First pitch, swing and a miss. Clemens is pinch hitting for Wes Wilson. 0-1, swing and a miss again, and just like that, he's down in the count 0-2. Brewers, if there's any sort of silver lining for the Phillies, well, the Brewers are down to their final 3 outs. They also trail by 4 to the Arizona Diamondbacks. No balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Cody Clemens. That's now 3 strikeouts in a row by Mets pitching. And 1 out in the top of the 9th. Top of the order due up, it's Kyle Schwarber. Steps into the box, and the first pitch is a strike over on the outside edge. Jose Iglesias slides on over to third. Eddie Alvarez is over at second base now for the New York Mets. And the 0-1 delivery, that's fouled back towards the screen. Schwarber 1 for 4, singled in the third, and also scored 2 runs as well. He's 0 for 5 against Edwin Diaz and has struck out 3 times. It's not a save situation for Diaz. 0-2 pitch, and that is slapped foul. That came at 100 miles per hour. The ball's 2 strikes. Diaz kicks and fires, and Schwarber fouls it away again. Edwin Diaz, now 30 years old, was originally traded to the Mets with Robinson Cano. 0-2, and that's down in the way. It's been a Met ever since 2019. Played his first 3 years with the Seattle Mariners. 1-2 pitch. He went around. Check swing. He certainly did. And there's 2 gone. 4 strikeouts by the Mets bullpen. And the Phillies, just like that, are down to their final out. Good slider thrown. That was pretty filthy. Trey comes up and swings and misses at a slider and is behind in the count already 0-1. Turner did have the 2-run homer back in the third inning. And the 0-1 pitch, swinging a miss, and the Phillies, just like that, are down to their final strike. Horrible plate discipline in this inning for the Phillies so far. 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over to right field, and that is going to be caught for out number 3. Taylor makes the catch, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies, on a night where they could have clinched the playoffs once again, clinched getting into the playoffs, they were not able to do it. So that's now 2 days in a row where they have failed to clinch a playoff berth. And they'll have to try to do it tomorrow. So the Phillies end up losing by a final score of 10-6 against the New York Mets. And Taijuan Walker gets another loss. I'm sure that Rob Thompson will have a lot to say after or in his post-game press conference. Walker, by the way, is now 3-7, and Severino advances to 11-6. He went 6 innings today, just gave up 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, and 5 hits allowed. He was cruising in those first 2 innings, and then the Phillies started to sort of solve him a little bit. And then it wasn't until the 4th, well, really, it was the 3rd. The Mets were tied 2-2 after Turner homered to tie it back. Brandon Nimmo then hit a 2-run homer. Phillies then responded in the top of the 4th with an RBI single, and then the Mets just exploded for 5 runs in that inning. And the Phillies sort of had some life to them in the top of the 7th. They did leave some meat on the bones, but then the Mets just put them away with that 1 extra run for insurance in the bottom of the 7th, thanks to an RBI triple by Luis Angel Acuna. Wow. I have a lot to say. I want to hear your thoughts for sure. But this one does not sit well with me. It does not. I feel a little bit more annoyed than I did yesterday. Now, yesterday, they had the chance. Okay, the offense was not so good yesterday. And I wanted them to take yesterday because I figured that today was going to be one of those days where where the offense actually did do their job, but the pitching wasn't going to hold up their end of the bargain. And that's exactly what happens. I thought maybe they had a chance to come back, but that's not a recipe for success. That's really what it comes down to. It's a shame, man, because this team does not have. They have Mick Abel, they have Andrew Painter, they have Griff McGarry, and these guys that, like, 2 years ago, they were looked upon as really, really good prospects. And the fact that they're not getting these touches here, and it's guys like Tyler Phillips and Colby Howard, that tells me that something's not right with these other guys. Painter's not back. We know that he had Tommy John surgery last year, and he's still recovering from that. But, yeah, it's really annoying. It is. It's very annoying. And a night like tonight, Taijuan is out there. He's pitching. Starts off getting the first 2 hitters out, and then Vientos and Alonso homer. Rob's philosophy was just to squeeze the lemon out of everybody, and I don't like that mindset. I don't like that right now. I really don't. I understand that he doesn't have a lot of options to go to, but I thought that Rob screwed up in that 4th inning. But where in the 4th inning did he screw up, Rob Thompson? Great question. Great question. So, J.D. Martinez starts off the inning. He gets hit by a pitch. Tyrone Taylor gets on with a walk. That's when you got to pull him. Alvarez comes up, hits that 3-run homer. That was like him just in a batting cage. Just hitting a missile, a nuke, out to left field. Somebody has to be warming up after J.D. Martinez gets hit by that pitch. Because what do a lot of pitchers say? They say that walks are a pitcher's worst nightmare. And to lead off the inning with your pitcher hitting a batter after he doesn't really look so comfortable and he's already allowed 3 homers, it's not good. So at that point, you have to go to somebody else. The philosophy can't be, let's just get Taijuan Walker as many innings as he can. Now we have to try to win the ball game. And that's where I did not like Rob tonight. That's where I have my thoughts on that. This offense. Well, JJ, the offense put up 6 runs. I have something to say about them, too. That first inning was atrocious. You have to go out there. You have to set the tone. Schwarber strikes out. Turner strikes out. Harper actually puts up a nice at-bat and gets on with a walk. And then Bohm strikes out. Everybody's hacking at these pitches, and they're just trying to swing for the fences. That's not the time to do that. What is appropriate for that time is to work up Luis Severino's pitch count, and they didn't do that in the first 2 innings. And then what really annoyed me was Stock gets on with a single, and then JT next pitch grounds into a double play. That's the end. That's the end of the inning. Yeah, they showed fight in that 3rd inning. And yeah, they showed fight in that 6th or in the 7th inning, but I wish Bohm had a better at-bat in that 7th inning. He knew that he got under it after Harper got on with that 2-run double. Bohm did not get on, and he didn't come through. Bohm had a pretty bad day today. He did. So I'm not happy with the offense either, because I know that they did put up runs, and they did. They tried to fight their way back into it. I give them that. But they did not put up good at-bats when they had to. And early on, you got to set the tone. You just came off of a loss against the Milwaukee Brewers, and you only scored 1 run against them. That is inexcusable to go into New York with the thought of clinching a spot to go into the postseason and to do that here against the Mets. Pretty disappointing. But what's to take from this? I'm still fine with a split. I really want 3 out of 4. But I'll take a split. They have to come back out tomorrow with poise. Christopher Sanchez, we know what he can do. He needs to settle this Mets offense down. This Mets offense is at a historic rate right now, just putting up runs left and right. Can't forget about that either. The Mets have been playing fantastic baseball. But Sanchez needs to go out there and give you a stellar performance. And I think he absolutely can. I know he's not home. I know it's in Citi Field, but this is going to be a big outing for Christopher Sanchez. And as far as the Phillies go, make sure that you're working the counts with David Peterson. They have to tie the series tomorrow. They got to get into the playoffs tomorrow. No excuses. All right, that's the end of my little spiel. One word to describe that game, comment down below. Walker got too many chances that Rob Thompson keeps giving him. Could have had a bullpen game and won. Not wrong. Rob thinks he can cruise into the playoffs. That is a letdown to the team. He needs to have a meeting and fed up to the rest of the team that is playing hard. But let's keep this in mind as well. Okay. In the playoffs, we're not going to have Taijuan Walker pitching. Correct? Let's look at this from a realistic standpoint. Walker's not going to pitch. The rotations are going to go down to 4, and he's your 5. He's the odd man out. He's not going to pitch. So there is no excuse for Rob in the playoffs, but he doesn't have options now. That's the truth. But at the same time, he still should have taken them out after that during that 3rd inning. You know he's going to give up a couple of runs, but hit by pitch and a walk, and you're down 4-3, and your team is fighting, you got to make a statement out there. You do. You have to make a statement, because then that game can get out of hand. Good night, JJ. My friend, thanks for this platform. Good night. I would have loved to hear Philly halftime go off on them. You still can. You can go tune into what he has to say. I'm not going to yell and scream, because I don't feel like that right now. I'm very disappointed, though. 13 strikeouts. Thanks for the call tonight, JJ. Good night. Really, y'all can't beat the Mets? Yeah, man. Need a split in this series. They do. All right, that's over, everybody. I'll catch you all in the next one. That was awful. All right, see ya. We'll be back on Saturday. All right, see you then. Adios, CeeLo. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate you, bro.